Lynn Hill's Lessons on the Power of Self-Belief. In her book, Climbing Free, Lynn Hill tells a bunch of stories of different ascents and her self-talk and encouragement that she can get to the top of these things that are incredibly challenging. Lynn Hill was the first person to free climb the nose on El Capitan, a groundbreaking feat at the time, which ended up being rated 514A, and she has a ton to tell us about the importance of believing in herself. She was able to climb the Great Roof, which a bunch of people thought was impossible, but she couldn't get through the changing corner pitch. So she took a couple weeks off and she conceptualized how it could be done, and she came up with a way that she could push into the corner and make it like a corner. Lynn Hill went back and rappelled down to spend 3 days working the changing corners to try and figure out the moves and come up with the sequence. Now here's what's incredibly impressive to me. She was unable to do it without falling, but she visualized, she knew it could be done, and so she decided to go to the bottom and give it a ground up ascent. So she went to the bottom to try this groundbreaking ascent again without knowing that she could do the moves without falling. And she went and she connected it all and she did the ascent. In Alex Honnold's great book, Alone on the Wall, he talks about the Fitzroy Traverse that he did with Tommy Caldwell. There's some cool shots in here. When they went to climb it, they got to the top of the first section and ran into Colin Haley and Rollo, who was a climber that's probably put up the most first ascents in Patagonia and actually wrote the book on the area. And Rollo was having some pain in his hip and had to bail, and he gave Alex Honnold his crampons because Alex had the wrong gear. Not only did he give him the gear, but he said, I believe in you, you're gonna make this link up, so go for it and take my gear. And they did. It's a crazy story of 5 days traversing this incredible ridge, but if you know the Patagonia logo, that's the Fitzroy Mastiff, and there's some really cool peaks there. Here's another example where someone was able to do something incredible through self-belief, this time from the support of another person. So when Tommy Caldwell and Kevin Jorgensen were working the Dawn Wall, which at the time became the hardest big wall in the world, they were getting shut down on pitch 15. After a couple days trying, Tommy Caldwell sent the pitch, but Kevin Jorgensen hadn't figured out how to get through it. And Tommy Caldwell said, I believe in you, you're gonna get up it. And for 5 more days, he was belaying and supporting Kevin Jorgensen. And eventually, Kevin Jorgensen got through that pitch and they managed to top out together, making an ascent that got some accolades from Barack Obama and put them on the front page of the New York Times. Beyond the first free ascent of the nose, Lynn Hill was ready to double down and do something even more impressive. So she went back and tried to do the nose in under 24 hours. And she even coordinated with a film crew to get it done while footage was taken, and the first attempt failed. But Lynn Hill knew it could be done, and she went back without any cameras, and she and Brooke Sandahl did manage to pull the whole thing off in 24 hours. Super impressive, and another record achievement that took a couple decades, I think, before it was done again. I appreciate what Lynn Hill says about climbing and what it means to her. I climb for fun. It's kind of a moving meditation similar to dance or martial arts. The intuitive state of being is what allows me to experience moments of true freedom and harmony. If you have other examples of self-belief allowing people to do incredible things, let me know in the comments. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more stuff like this. She also features one cool quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson I like. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared with what lies within us.